In today's episode of Tales on a Rainy Day is The Tree That Grew in Silence. Have you ever wondered why some people keep talking about their dreams, yet years later, nothing changes? And have you noticed that the people who achieve the most often say the least? This is the story of a young man who learned a lesson that changed his life forever. A lesson about silence and success. In a small village lived a young man named David. David was full of dreams. One month he wanted to start a business. The next month he wanted to become a carpenter. Then he wanted to own a farm. His dreams were endless. But David had a habit. Every time he got a new idea, he told everyone. He would walk through the market saying, "Just wait, my life is about to change." People would cheer. They would praise him. "David, you're going to be successful someday." And every time they said those words, David felt amazing. For a moment, he felt like he had already succeeded. But when it was time to actually work, the excitement disappeared. The dream slowly faded, and he quit. Then another dream came, and the cycle repeated itself, year after year. One evening, feeling frustrated with his life, David sat beneath an old tree. An elderly gardener approached him. The old man listened as David explained his problem. "I have so many dreams," David said, "but I never finish anything." The gardener smiled. "Meet me here tomorrow morning." The next day, the gardener arrived with 2 seeds. He handed one to David. "Plant this in the soil." David did. Then the gardener held the second seed high for everyone to see. "Look at this seed," he shouted. "One day it will become a great tree." People smiled and clapped. Then the gardener placed the seed on a rock and walked away. Days passed. The buried seed was watered quietly every day. No applause, no attention, no announcements, just care and patience. Slowly, a tiny green shoot appeared. It grew stronger each week. Meanwhile, the seed on the rock dried under the sun. Birds pecked at it. Eventually, it disappeared. Weeks later, the gardener brought David back. "What do you see?" he asked. "One seed grew," David replied. "The other one died." The gardener nodded. Dreams are exactly the same. When you talk about them too early, you expose them before they have a chance to grow. The praise makes you feel successful before you've done the work, and your motivation disappears. David stood silent because he realized the gardener was describing his entire life. That day, David made a decision. No more announcements, no more promises, no more seeking applause. He chose one simple goal: to build a wooden chair. And this time, he told no one. Every evening, he worked quietly. Some days were difficult. Some days he wanted to quit, but he kept going. Little by little, day by day, until the chair was finished. When David finally sat on the chair he had built with his own hands, he felt something he had never felt before. Real pride. Not the pride that comes from talking, the pride that comes from finishing. Soon, people noticed his work. They praised him. But this time, the praise came after the effort, not before it. And that changed everything. Years later, David became one of the most respected craftsmen in the region. And whenever someone asked him the secret to his success, he would smile and say, "Trees grow in silence." Lesson. Not every dream needs an audience. Sometimes the best thing you can do is stay quiet, work hard, and let your results speak for you. Because a dream protected by action can grow into something extraordinary. If this story touched your heart, subscribe to Tales on a Rainy Day for more stories that stay with you long after the rain has stopped.